Some wandered in the desert, lost and homeless. Hungry and thirsty, they nearly died. Lord, help, they cried in their trouble, and he rescued them from their distress. Some sat in darkness and deepest gloom, miserable prisoners in chains. They rebelled against the words of God, scorning the counsel of the Most High. That is why he broke them with hard labor. They fell, and no one helped them rise again. Lord, help, they cried in their trouble, and he saved them from their distress. He led them from the darkness and deepest gloom. He snapped their chains. Some were fools in their rebellion. They suffered for their sins. Their appetites were gone, and death was near. Lord, help, they cried in their trouble, and he saved them from their distress. Do you see when he saves? When they cry to him for help. As long as we're trying to help ourselves out of it, forget it. It is the cry to him. Those who call on the name of the Lord will be saved. What did it take for them to be saved? Crying for help. You know why? Because crying for help has got to be done in humility. You've got to be humble to cry out for help. It's everywhere. He didn't just decide, they just cried. He didn't just now decide to help them. They just now cried out for help.
I was listening to Henry Wright the other day, and he was talking about like the only people Jesus healed were like the ones that came and asked.
Yeah, that's right.
And it just made me like think after, like, I wonder if, like, as it says, he didn't do many miracles in his hometown because of the faith. And I just wonder if the lack of faith, they just didn't ask.
They didn't believe.
Yeah.
He was just a carpenter's son.
But it's just like he
That's
waits
so
for us
good.
to ask.
The Bible says he must wait for us to come. That's why people wait on him to come, and he already came. And now his invitation has come. He did not just decide to help them. He helped them as soon as they humbled themselves and asked him for his help. He was so happy to help. He was so happy to help. He was waiting to help. He does not take pleasure from punishing.
It's Isaiah 30, and it says, "So the Lord must wait for you to come to him so he can show you his love and compassion, for the Lord is a faithful God. Blessed are those who wait for his help."
So waiting for his help is a way of coming to him. Crying out for help was them coming. Many times we are only trying to help ourselves. We wish God would help us, but we haven't asked him. Wanting help from God is not the same as crying out for help. I wish God would help me. Have you asked him? Pride can wish God would help. Pride can say, God, why haven't you helped? Humility will cry out for help and believe that he will. Woo!
I'm just thinking, because if we cry out for help. If we cry out for help, and maybe this is just me, like I know that I would have to let go. Like I would have to actually be at surrender to actually cry out for help. And it's just that.
You have to admit you can't do it.
Yeah.
As long as you're trying to do it for God. Humility is everything. Humility in everything is everything. Pride, oh Jesus. Pride is not even denying there's a God. The demons believe there's a God. pride will charge God foolishly. Why didn't you help? Humility will cry out for help. Pride, it doesn't mean they don't believe. Lucifer had pride. He knew there was a God. He knew. So he believed there's a God. You see? So pride, it's not even, just saying, "Oh, I wish God would help me." That is not the same as humbly crying out for his help. Because to cry for his help is believing that he is God and that he rewards those who come to him. Humility believes he will. Humility not only believes God is real, but believes he will help you. But pride will keep you in a trap of just trying to do it all yourself to please him. Faith pleases him. If my people called by my name will humble themselves, turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear them. Hear them what? Crying out for help and heal their land.
And I just opened up to Micah 7, and it says, "As for me, I look to the Lord for help. I wait confidently for God to save me, and my God will certainly hear me."
That is faith. And faith that he will help you is more pleasing to him than not needing his help. Faith is not being so perfect and doing it so right that he never needs to help you. Faith is believing that he will help you and depending solely on his help.